What's up, my good people? Welcome to Your Mental, your space to focus on all things related to mental health, wellness, and living your best life. Today, we are going to be talking all about boundaries, what they are, and how to set them. If you're one of those people who tend to be a people pleaser, or if you notice that you are feeling taken advantage of, or even having feelings of resentment, or want to get started on a healthy path to a good relationship and build that foundation, this video is for you. So let's grab some tea and let's get into it. Okay, y'all, so before you fix your mouth to say boundaries are too hard or I can bypass boundaries, it's been working for me, let me just say that having boundaries is healthy for any relationship and is definitely a sign of strength in your relationship. Okay, y'all, so what are boundaries? Believe it or not, this is actually a common question. Although it sounds easy to explain, sometimes people have questions about what boundaries are exactly. I know this has come up for several of the people who I've provided counseling to throughout the years. I like to define boundaries as the limits that we set to protect our personal, mental, and physical space so that we feel respected, safe, seen, and heard. They are the guidelines, the rules, the expectations that says how we want to be treated and have our needs met. So I like to think of boundaries as that living room area in your grandmama's house that she said that you could not go in. She made sure this space was protected at all times. She said who was going in that space, and there were rules and expectations for how you would behave if you got a chance to go in that space. So I said all that to say Grandma had rules, she had expectations. She was able to communicate what she needed from you, which was to stay out of that living room area and act like you got some sense if you had to go in that space. Grandma was setting boundaries. So now that we know what boundaries are, how do we set them? This has definitely been a challenge for lots of people. But don't worry, I got you. Here are 5 tips to help you to set and stick to your boundaries. Number 1, discover the why. So y'all, we gotta know why we're setting these boundaries and why they are necessary. This will help you to be able to communicate your needs better and also stand firmly in the boundary that you put in place. So why is your boundary necessary? Is it because you're feeling taken advantage of? Are you feeling burnt out? And maybe you feel like you've been tried way too many times. Or you might just want to lay the foundation for a healthy relationship. Whatever the reason is, please know your why and think about why it's necessary. Number 2, practice. Yep, that's right. I want you to practice how you like to communicate your boundary. And I also want you to practice what you would like to say if you are challenged, because you will be challenged, because people won't be used to this new version of you. They won't be used to you setting these boundaries. And they also won't be used to you saying no if your boundary requires that. So one of the ways that I want you to practice is by creating a script. This will help you stay focused, but will also help you to say exactly what you want to say when you are communicating your boundary. I bring this up too because telling someone, especially a loved one or someone you care about, or even someone who you feel intimidated by, it can really be challenging to stay focused and communicate what you want to say. If you have a script, you already know the words, it's just about saying the words, which can help you feel a little bit more comfortable with being able to get it out. And knowing what you want to say can decrease the level of anxiety and discomfort that comes along with communicating your boundary. So here's an example of a script. It's important that I get my sleep at night. Please do not contact me after 9 o'clock unless it's an emergency. You see that? You see how I did that there? Your response for if you're challenged. This is not up for discussion. Please respect my boundary. So another way that you can practice communicating your boundary would be to practice your script in a mirror. Or you can also role play with a trusted friend or even your therapist. Trust me, y'all, this will definitely increase your confidence, help you to organize your thoughts, and allow you to communicate your boundaries effectively. Number 3, keep it simple. Please stay away from explaining your boundaries to other people. Stay away from the long explanations for why you need to set your boundary. Keep it short and sweet. Definitely less is more. Stick to your script and stick to what you've practiced. And last but not least, please don't apologize. You deserve happiness just as well as the next person. Okay, moving on to number 4, prepare. I want you to prepare for the feelings that will come along with setting your boundary. So please be aware that there are lots of feelings that may come along with setting boundaries. You might feel intense guilt. There might be some frustration that comes along with that, and also sadness. These feelings are normal when it comes to setting boundaries. For a lot of us, it's really hard to tell the people who we care about no. You also might feel that you may hurt someone's feelings, or you may fear that you might lose a relationship because of the boundary you set. But I do want you all to keep in mind that boundaries don't cause you to lose a relationship. If someone stops communicating with you or cuts you off because of a boundary you set, that relationship was on the cusp of ending anyways. Boundaries help to strengthen relationships. They don't destroy them. It's also a sign of a healthy relationship if you do have boundaries. So some of the ways that you can prepare for the feelings that may come after setting a boundary would be to create positive affirmations. This can help you to deal with the guilt and the other feelings that may come along with it, and also combat the negative thoughts that may follow. So here's an example of a positive affirmation that you can use to help you deal with these feelings. I'm worthy of having my needs met. You can repeat this affirmation or a positive affirmation that you select over and over again until those negative thoughts and those feelings start to feel less intense. Another way that can help you to manage these feelings would be to practice self-care. Please check out my previous self-care video so that you can get more tips on self-care and how to practice it. I have lots of good information for you there. I got you covered. Also, y'all, please practice self-compassion and give yourself some grace. We may give in to those feelings of guilt that can deter us from standing firm in the boundaries that we set. But remember, setting boundaries help to create healthy relationships. And it may be uncomfortable in the beginning, but if you prepare, you will be able to stick to your boundaries and move forward. And I will say that setting boundaries are like riding a bicycle. The more that you practice them, the more that you set them, the easier it will be moving forward and the less intense these feelings will be. So number 5 is simply identify the next boundary and repeat steps 1 through 4. All right, y'all, so I'm curious, what boundary would you like to set and what's kept you from setting it? Comment below. You may inspire someone or encourage someone to share their story. So that's it for now, and I really hope that this video was helpful. If you think so, please hit the like button and also subscribe to my channel so that you can be notified when new content drops. Also, if you really liked it, please share with a friend. The more the merrier. We would love for more people to be a part of this community. You're definitely welcome here. I'll be back on Wednesdays. Until then, do the work and stay tuned. Make it a great day, miners, and always be good to yourself.